Click the first link in the description for the best Askreddit content. Today I fucked up by not listening to my wife. Just happened. Wife told me months ago that we should get rid of our plastic lawn chairs. They are Adirondack style plastic ones, and we've had 6 of them for years. A couple broke this year, small cracks, UV damage, and she said we should get rid of them. Well, I have a bad back and they are the most comfortable things ever. We can't buy new ones right now because they are out of season. I refused. Hence the FU. We were sitting outside and my wife went into the house. I'm sitting here, minding my own business browsing Reddit, when all of a sudden there is a mighty crack and the chair disintegrates under me, dropping my 6,225 ass on the ground in a pile of jagged red splinters. I lay there like a turtle for a minute, trying to figure out how to get up without taking a dagger to the kidney. She didn't hear the explosion or the cursing, and I'm deciding if I want to go back inside or move to Antarctica. Too long didn't read, wife warned of bad chairs and I decided to be a stubborn dumbass. Been married 18 years, and seriously the wife is hardly wrong. I still don't listen to her all the time, and I have to hear how she's right all the time. My grandma taught her this saying, I may not be right, but I'm never wrong. I have the same chairs, but mine gave way only directly under my nutsack. I was in thin pants. The old berries slipped on down below the chair, leaving all else stranded above, and when I tried to stand the chair clamped down and would not let me leave. After some careful pressing and prodding of the plastic, I was free. Needless to say, that chair is no longer with us. I've learned the hard way to listen to a woman's intuition. Both my mom and my fiancé say things and I've learned to just listen because they're right 90% of the time. If they say put the top on your Jeep, it's gonna rain, I do it so I don't have to drive home in the rain. It happened 3 times before I learned my lesson. I'm convinced girlfriends and wives are crazy. We can predict the craziest things. I actually told my so he was going to get the flu and needed to go get the shot. He refused on the grounds he never gets sick. We argue a little because I was pregnant at the time, and lo and behold, next week guess who comes down with the most violent case of the flu the world's ever seen. This was last flu season. I still enjoy bringing it up. I recommend Antarctica. My husband always sighs and goes, she's always right when talking to friends. No, I'm not perfect, so I usually hit back with I'm not always right, but I am often right. Today I fucked up by eating a cookie and assaulting my dog. Today I fucked up by eating a cookie and assaulting my dog. Obligatory. This was the 20th of April 2016. It's 420. Some next level edibles had been made and I took one. I ate one cookie. I was blazed out of my mind deep into the next day. I woke up in bed, rolled into class and couldn't place why I felt funny. It had been around 30 hours and I was still fucking zooted. Thought I was just tired, but no. I was borderline tripping balls. I immediately went full Cartman and took my high ass back home. Okay, so school is out of the question for the day. Now what? I see my dog and decide he deserves some attention. I start giving him a belly rub and keep hitting against something on one of my fingers. I realize he has this tick on his belly. I start trying to yank the little fucker off, but he won't come. My dog yelped. This little thing was really stuck to him. I grabbed some miso, doused it, and got back to work. He yelped again. I got closer and realized there wasn't a tick. I'd been aggressively trying to yank off one of his nipples. Too long didn't read, got too high. Skipped class and tried to pull off my dog's nipple. Bruh. As a vet tech, I've seen about a half dozen dogs/cats who are brought in to get their tick nipples removed. Owners embarrassed so easily. Tongue. Dog's okay, right? Of course. It was only attempted nipple side, not completed. True story, my friend's husband actively tried to remove one of their cat's nipples because he thought it was a growth. Wife had to step in and explain that cats have nips. He wasn't on drugs, he's just not a very smart man. Be glad you have some excuse, lol. Oh, yeah. Today I fucked up by popping my clit. As I'm sure many of us have over the past few months, due to the state of things, I've been slowly stepping up my masturbation game. I've purchased a bunch of new toys, including a couple of nipple suckers. Basically they're hollow plastic balls with a mouth that you can squeeze and slap on your nipples while you focus on other things. Very handy. Obviously, after trying them out, my first thought was I should put this on my clit. So I put it on my clit, and it was very nice. Great. New sex thing for me. However, since the opening is quite a bit wider than my clit, it was sucking in the surrounding labia as well, and I started to notice them getting a little enlarged. Now, full disclosure, I'm non-binary, and love the idea of having a big clit. I'd read online that using suction on your clit often can work to enlarge it over time, which is win-win cause I'm way into that shit. Cool face. However, I have absolutely no interest whatsoever in having my labia grow. If anything, the opposite, so I was a bit concerned to see the change. Started thinking of what I could use to get that nice suction but with a smaller opening. I know there are fancy clit pumping machines and all that, and obviously you should never improvise sex toys, but they are expensive, so I improvised a sex toy. I bought an oral syringe from the pharmacy that looked like it had a good sized opening, and lucky me, I was bang on. It fit perfectly over my clit. Pull the plunger out a bit, jam something under it to keep it in place and go about my business. Rousing success, best $5 I've spent, everyone's happy. Except, well, from session to session, I kept pulling more, and more, and more. I was pushing my limits and it felt great, but last night it changed from spicy pleasure to sustained sharpish pain out of nowhere and didn't go back. The pain wasn't terrible, but obviously pretty alarming, so I released immediately and had a look, and oh shit, the tip is fucking blue-black. I fucking popped the vessels in my clit and have big ass hematoma on the tip. It looks fucking dead no. So, yeah, I'm a complete moron. Thankfully it doesn't hurt much, very mildly if I touch it. If anything, I'd say I actually feel a constant low-level arousal, which is a very clever punishment considering I can't masturbate, so thanks for that, universe. It looks fucking awful though, which is making it extra difficult to convince myself that it is not going to fucking fall off and die, and then I'll die and they'll bury my sad clitless body. Anyway, lesson learned. Thanks for reading, folks. Too long didn't read. I used an oral syringe to suck on my clit way too hard while masturbating and burst the blood vessels in the tip, and now it looks horrifying and I cannot flick the bean. Edit, for all you degenerates wanting to see my broken ass clit, obviously very NSFW. Edit 2, for anyone whose curiosity brought them back. Just going to leave a little update on the healing. The human body is truly remarkable, folks. It looks so much better already. By the second morning a more defined blood blister had formed, then it spotted a little blood here and there throughout the day and was nearly gone at night. Today it's practically back to normal, a tiny bit reddish at the base of where the damage was, with a tiny bit of leftover loose/white blister skin at the top, and that's it. No loss of feeling whatsoever. Thank you all for going on this spooky gross journey with me, upside down face. When it heals it shall be reborn as a super clit, capable of otherworldly psi. You're evolving, op. Oh sweet baby Jesus. As excruciating as that looks, $5 says you convince yourself to try it again in 2 weeks. Just more careful next time. Fuck, am I that easy to read? But yes, I have learned good caution, and the fragility of this dumb human body. Am I the only one with a morbid curiosity that wishes there were pics? Lol, do you really want to see it? I for one want to congratulate you on posting your bruised clit. This shit will follow you forever, and you know that, and yet you still posted it. Fucking brave. We all push limits sometimes. My dick wasn't responding great to normal masturbation, so I started using Vicks Vapor Up to jerk with. That was okay for a while, but then same thing. Lack of stimulation. So I read something online about exfoliating your dick to restore sensitivity. I didn't have any legit exfoliant, so I jerked off with some orange pumice hand cleaner/degreaser. I wound up with a bloody dick and citric acid chemical burns. Good thing about genitalia, it heals up relatively quickly. You'll be back to smacking your bits in no time. This comment worse than original post. Citrus-based abrasive hand cleaner as lube. Come on man, Use your brain, not just your dick brain. Ah Jesus. I hope it's just badly bruised and not dead. Have an internet hug. And if there was a way to platonically hug your clit, I would. Or, that platonic clitoral hug offer is just the kind of weirdly wholesome content I'm all about. Black heart.